There was a man who was a very successful professional. He kept projects going, he kept tasks going. He was a mover and a shaker. People viewed him as successful. And in those moments where he had silence, whoa, he didn't like that. He packed it in more tasks, more projects. No moment was without some kind of action. When he would sit down for meditation, he would experience an unsettledness, and his mind continued to race, and his jaw got really tense. And he had gone to a conference where there was somebody speaking on mindfulness and meditation, and he spoke to this monk, and the monk said, "Oh, you are scared of emptiness." He's like, "I'm not scared of anything. I'm a pretty accomplished professional." And so they went their separate ways. And the man decided to go for a walk. And so he walked in the woods and was just thinking about what the monk had said. And he walked and walked and walked and walked until he came to this opening, a field with a bench. He sat in it. And as he was sitting there, he began to think, I'm just going to sit with this. I'm just going to try to, rest and meditate. So he did. And for the first minute or so, that was really great. And then after that, all of these thoughts started to race through his head, all these things that he hadn't accomplished, all these projects and tasks. And the silence was absolutely deafening. And he stood up and he was going to go back to the conference center. And something inside him told him to sit down and just be with it. And so he did. And it took a while, but he did sit down and be with it. And he found after a bit that he was calming down. And that underneath all of this stress and anxiety, there was this layer of silence. And he saw that stillness was not stagnation. And he saw that the emptiness that he was seeing was not a void. It was actually a space for him to re-identify himself without all these societal roles and tasks and projects attached. Just who he was, just raw nature of who he was. So he got up and he went back to the conference center, and he ran into his friends there, and they said, "Wow, you're so much more calm. What's going on?" And he said, "I stopped running away from nothing." Take a deep breath in and enjoy the present.